Folks, I want you to listen closely right now. Today is the day. Today is the day we stop running in circles, feeling overwhelmed by a mountain of debt and a sea of confusion. Many of you are trying to fix everything all at once. Pay off the car, the credit cards, the student loans, start saving for retirement, build an emergency fund. I get it. The urgency is real. But when you try to chase every rabbit in the field, you end up catching none of them. You spin your wheels, you burn your energy, and at the end of the month, you feel just as stuck as when you started. That changes today. Alright, let's get down to business. Your first step is the most critical. You must choose one and only one clear financial goal to conquer over the next 90 days. I don't want a vague wish like, be better with money. That's not a goal. That's a daydream. A real goal has a finish line. It's specific. It's measurable. It has a deadline. We are giving ourselves 90 days. That's long enough to see real, tangible change, but short enough that you won't lose steam. Make it small and realistic. We're not trying to pay off a 30-year mortgage in 3 months. We're building a muscle. You don't start by lifting the heaviest weight in the gym. Simple, powerful 90-day examples. Pay off one specific bill. That could be a nagging medical bill or the smallest credit card. Save your first $500 for a starter emergency fund. Generate your first dollar from a side hustle, like mowing a lawn, or selling something you made, or learn a new skill by completing a specific online course that can increase your income later. Once you've chosen your goal, make it real. Get a piece of paper or an index card and write it down in big, bold letters. Don't type it into your phone and forget it. Write it down with your own hand. Then put that paper where you must see it every day. Tape it to your bathroom mirror. Tape it to your computer monitor. Tape it to the dashboard of your car. This isn't just a reminder, it's a declaration. It's your new reality. You're programming your brain to make this goal unavoidable. The final piece, give your goal a voice. Every single morning before the chaos, look at that paper and say your goal out loud. I will save $500 in the next 90 days. Saying it aloud makes it more than an idea. It becomes a commitment. Speaking your intention creates accountability. Clarity brings power. One clear goal simplifies your choices. It tells you exactly what to do next to win. Success is not born from giant leaps taken once in a blue moon. Real, lasting change is the result of small, smart choices made consistently over time. So, for step 2, you are going to create one tiny, daily habit that directly supports your 90-day goal. I'm talking about something so small, so simple, that it feels almost ridiculous. The goal here is not to overwhelm you, it's to build a rhythm. It's to prove that you can show up for yourself every single day. These tiny steps, when repeated, are what build unstoppable momentum. You don't need grand, heroic gestures. You need quiet daily discipline. Let's look at some practical examples. If your goal is to pay off a small bill, your daily habit could be to check your bank account for 5 minutes to track your spending. If your goal is to save $500, your habit could be to physically move one single dollar, just one, from your wallet into a savings jar. If your goal is to start a side hustle, your habit could be to spend 10 minutes brainstorming ideas or sending one email to a potential client. If you're learning a new skill, watch one 5-minute tutorial video each day. A 1-minute action done 90 times is infinitely more powerful than a 2-hour action done twice. Life gets in the way. You'll have days where you are tired, busy, or unmotivated. On those days, a 1-minute habit is something you can still accomplish. It keeps the chain of consistency unbroken. And if you do happen to miss a day, because you are human and it will happen, you don't beat yourself up. You don't quit. You simply start again the very next day. A habit only dies when you stop doing it completely. Over the course of 90 days, these small, seemingly insignificant actions begin to compound. That $1 a day becomes $90. Those 5 minutes of reading become over 7 hours of financial education. That one email a day becomes 90 potential leads for your new business. The habit itself becomes automatic, like brushing your teeth. You stop thinking about it, and you just do it. Now we need to talk about the most important conversation you have every day, the one you have with yourself. The words you use inside your own head shape your reality. They can either build you up, tear you down. They can open doors to opportunity, slam them shut in your face. For too long, many of you have been stuck in a cycle of negative self-talk. You say things like, "I'm just terrible with money. I'll never get out of debt. I can't afford it." Every time you say these words, you are casting a vote for failure. You are reinforcing a belief that keeps you trapped. Starting today, we are going to intentionally change that script. This is not about lying to yourself or pretending you're a millionaire. This is about shifting your perspective from impossibility to possibility. Instead of saying, "I can't afford it," "How can I afford it?" "That's not a priority for me right now." Instead of saying, "I'm always broke," "I am on a journey to build wealth." Your words are the rudder of your ship. They steer your thoughts, and your thoughts steer your actions. If you want to change your direction, you have to start with your words. This is a practical exercise, not just a feel-good idea. I want you to identify the negative money phrases you use most often. Write them down on one side of a piece of paper. On the other side, write a new, positive, and empowering phrase to replace it. For example, if you often think, "I'll never figure this out," "I am capable of learning and growing." Practice these new phrases. Say them out loud. When you catch yourself defaulting to the old negative script, consciously stop and replace it with the new one. This will feel awkward at first, but with repetition, it will become your new normal. Remember, your mind will believe what you tell it most. If you constantly feed it messages of doubt and scarcity, it will find evidence to prove you right. You'll overlook opportunities and give up at the first sign of trouble. But if you feed your mind with messages of hope, strength, capability, it will start to look for ways to make those things true. It will see solutions where it once saw problems. You'll find yourself becoming more resourceful, more resilient, more optimistic. Let your mouth lead your mind into a new season of victory. You have heard the saying, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." There is a profound truth to that. Your environment, the people you listen to, the content you consume, the places you go, has a massive impact on your ability to change. If your inner circle is filled with people who are constantly complaining, drowning in debt with no plan to get out, and criticizing anyone who tries to get ahead, you are swimming against a powerful current. It is incredibly difficult to maintain a positive, forward-moving mindset when you are surrounded by negativity and stagnation. Therefore, step 4 is to become the architect of your own environment. This means intentionally surrounding yourself with possibility. This doesn't mean you have to cut off all your old friends and family, but it does mean you need to be deliberate about who you give your time and attention to. You need to seek out thinkers, doers, builders, dreamers. You need to find people who are on the same path as you, or even better, people who are already where you want to be. Even one new positive influence can completely change your trajectory. How do you do this? Start small. Read their books, listen to their podcasts, watch their free videos online. Join a free online community or a local group focused on personal finance or small business. Unfollow envy triggers. Follow practical advice and encouragement. Clean up your workspace. Put your written goal front and center. Create a physical environment that feels calm, organized, and focused. When your surroundings reflect your goals, it becomes easier to stay on track. We have set a goal, built a habit, changed our language, improved our environment. Now comes the part where the rubber meets the road. Step 5 is to take bold, honest action. All the planning and positive thinking in the world is useless if it doesn't lead to real-world movement. Bold action is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who are still talking about them years later. This is where you step out of your comfort zone, even when you feel that knot of fear or uncertainty in your stomach. It's about moving forward despite the fear. Now, let me be crystal clear about what bold action means. It does not mean being reckless. It does not mean being dishonest or harming others to get ahead. I will never tell you to lie on a job application or cheat someone in a business deal. That is not boldness, that is foolishness, and it will always come back to bite you. Real sustainable success is always built on a foundation of integrity. Bold action means being courageous within the bounds of honesty and character. It's about having the confidence to ask for what you want, try something new, and take a calculated risk. So, what does this look like on a practical, weekly basis? I want you to commit to taking one bold, honest action every single week that moves you closer to your goal. If your goal is to start a side hustle, a bold action might be printing up a simple flyer and posting it in your community. If you're trying to get a better job, a bold action is sending a polite email to a manager at a company you admire to ask for an informational interview. If you're paying off debt, a bold action could be calling your credit card company to negotiate a lower interest rate. I need to share a hard truth with you. It's one of the most important lessons you will ever learn about achieving anything worthwhile. Your feelings are liars. That's right. Your feelings will change with the weather. Some days you will wake up feeling like a champion, full of energy and motivation, ready to conquer the world. On those days, working on your goal will feel easy and exciting. But other days, you will wake up feeling tired, discouraged, weak, full of doubt. On those days, the last thing you will want to do is your daily habit, your bold action. This is the moment of truth. In this moment, you have a choice. You can listen to your fleeting feelings, or you can trust your committed actions. Motivation is a fair-weather friend. It shows up when things are going well, and disappears at the first sign of a storm. Discipline, on the other hand, is what gets you through the storm. Discipline is choosing to do what you know you need to do, long after the feeling you had when you decided to do it has passed. Your future is not written by your moods, it is written by your actions. If you show up when you're tired, you win. If you make the call when you're scared, you win. If you save the dollar when you feel broke, you win. If you try again right after you failed, you win. These actions, especially the ones taken when you don't feel like it, are the ones that carry the most weight. They send the loudest message to your brain and to the universe that you are serious about this. This is where real momentum is born, not in the easy times, but in the grind. It happens in the quiet moments. No one is watching. No one is cheering you on. Here is how you can harness this power moment every day. Designate a specific, non-negotiable block of time, 8 minutes or 30. That is dedicated solely to your goal. This is your power moment. During this time, you do your daily habit. You work on your bold action. You review your goal. You protect this time fiercely. When the time comes, you don't ask yourself if you feel like it. The decision has already been made. You just act. Do this for 90 days. You will not only see progress on your goal, you will forge an iron will. You'll learn to trust your actions, not your feelings. And that is a superpower. To make this journey as straightforward as possible, let's boil it all down to a simple framework. Life is complicated enough. Your plan to get ahead shouldn't be. These are the 5 simple rules you will follow for the next 90 days. They are your guideposts, your map out of the wilderness. They work because they are simple, direct, and built on the principle of small, consistent wins. When you feel lost or stuck, you will come back to these rules. They are your foundation. Here are the rules. First, pick one and only one goal. No more, no less. Second, do one small thing every single day that moves you toward that goal. Third, speak kindly and powerfully to yourself, replacing negative scripts with positive truths. Fourth, find and engage with at least one new positive influence. Fifth, take one bold, honest action every single week. That's it. That is the entire plan. It fits on an index card. It's easy to remember and easy to implement, even on your busiest days. These rules work because they don't require you to be perfect. They just require you to be persistent. If your goal is to pay off one small bill, your daily habit is reviewing your spending. Your new self-talk is, I am in control of my money. Your new influence is a personal finance podcast. Your bold action is picking up one extra shift at work to throw more money at the bill. See how it all works together? If your goal is to save $500, your daily habit is saving $5. Your new self-talk is, I am a good saver. Your new influence is a friend who is great at saving. Your bold action is selling 3 items from your closet online. If you hit a wall and feel stuck, don't panic. Don't throw the whole plan out the window. Just go back to the beginning. Go back to rule number 1. Reread your goal out loud. Then restart your tiny daily habit. Say your new kind words to yourself. Listen to 5 minutes of that inspiring podcast. Then, identify one small brave step you can take. Momentum doesn't just disappear. It pauses. You can get it back the moment you decide to act again. This 90-day sprint is not about perfection. It's about progress. It's long enough to create real, visible change, and short enough to keep your focus sharp and intense. We've laid out the plan. It's simple, it's clear, and it works. You have the 5 steps. The power of focusing on one goal. The magic of a daily habit. The necessity of changing your self-talk. The impact of your environment. The importance of bold, honest action. You know that your feelings can't be trusted, but your actions can. The path has been cleared. The map is in your hands. No more excuses. No more some days. No more waiting for the perfect time. The perfect time does not exist. The only time you have is right now. This journey of 1,000 miles truly begins with a single step. For the next 90 days, you are going to walk this path with intention and with courage. You will build momentum with every small victory. You will grow in confidence with every brave action. You will open doors you thought were permanently locked. You will start to see yourself not as someone who is bad with money, but as someone who is taking control of their financial destiny, one day at a time. The person you are 90 days from now will thank you for the courage you are showing today. If this message has lit a fire in you, if you feel a stirring in your spirit that says, "This is for me," then I am calling you to make a commitment right now, not tomorrow, not next week. Now, I want you to stand up, right where you are, and say this out loud with conviction. I trust my actions. Say it again. I trust my actions. Let that be your mantra. Let that be the promise you make to yourself and to your family. The past is the past. Your old habits and old mistakes do not define you. Your next action does. Your time is now. Your goal is waiting for you. Don't let this moment of clarity and motivation fade away. Seize it. Take one small, immediate step today. Write down your one goal. Put $1 in a jar. Send one email. Do something, anything, to signal that you have begun. The journey ahead won't always be easy, but I promise you it will be worth it. The power to change your life is already in your hands. Start now and keep going. Your future is waiting. If this message ignited something in you, like this video to lock in your commitment. Subscribe for weekly motivation and success fuel. Comment, I trust my actions. Share this with someone who needs to rise with you, because we don't just talk success here. We build it with faith, fire, and action. God, I trust the work of my hands. I trust the discipline in my steps. I trust that what I am building today will bless me tomorrow. I choose honesty. I choose courage. I choose action. And I receive abundance in Jesus' name. Amen.